3. How are you? Or hello again. My name is Denisha. If you don't remember from the other videos on this newsletter, I'm a third-year student at LSU Shreveport School of Medicine, and I'm your Region 3 MAPS East liaison and your new regional director-elect. So thank you again for watching all of our videos in this newsletter. We hope that you've gotten something that really speaks to you and your journey in all of this. I know Erica talked a bit on mental health and just positive framing, and I know that Albert and Michaela both talked about inclusion and diversity in medicine. And I originally was supposed to talk about this theme of resilience, and just making it through tough times, especially on your journey to medicine. But that's not really speaking to me right now. What is, however, speaking to me this morning is remembering your why. And I think it kind of goes hand in hand with resilience. But before we talk about resilience, you need to figure out why you're doing what you're doing. And I think that's important, even just in regards to, your applications. That's a question that you're going to be asked time and time again. You'll also need to know that, for the moments where times just get tough. Because let's just be honest, being a pre-med, being in medical school, your journey to becoming a physician is full of adversity, and it can be tough. And it's not just tough for, a select few, it's tough for everyone. It's just the nature of the beast. And so, knowing your why. So obviously, when you write your personal statement or you fill out your secondary application for medical school, you're going to be asked, or even when you interview, you're going to be asked, why medicine? And that's a question that you're going to want to give some thought. And you're going to want that answer to come from the heart. Not necessarily what you think people want to hear, I just want to help people, or I have a passion for science. But no, really and truly, why in your heart of hearts is this the career field you're going into? And the reason why you need to know that is because nobody trains for as long as we train, as rigorously as we train, takes as many exams as we take just for money. Right? And so you have to know, whenever you are going into your applications, you have to be able to express your why, and express that you're in this for the right reasons. Because if you're not in this for the right reason, then admissions counselors and deans of medical schools will all tell you, if you're not in it for the right reasons, you have a high chance of burning out and not necessarily making it. And that's not what anybody wants for anyone who's on this journey. And that's especially not what I want for you guys watching this right now. So as I started to write my personal statement, I really had to do some introspective thinking. And I know for a fact that there's never been a time that I didn't want to be a doctor. Even being a first generation student, even having, parents who didn't necessarily know how to get me there, and even not knowing myself how to get there, I knew I wanted to be a doctor because I had a pediatrician, Dr. Perry, who was a Black female. And I always looked at her like, man, my pediatrician is a doctor and she looks like me. So never once in my life did I ever believe that a Black woman couldn't be a doctor. But as I got older, my why started to change, and it had to change, because just, having an inspirational pediatrician, again, isn't enough to get you through those tough times. So for me, it really stems from, a history of losing family members due to lack of access to healthcare. And that doesn't necessarily have to be the answer for everyone, but that's my reason why. That's what fuels me. Losing my grandmother, losing my aunt, losing people who are so close to me, who should still be here, who should still be celebrating achievements in my life, who should still be rooting me on and giving me love and support. Not having them here is what motivates me to want to become a physician and to help meet that need for accessible healthcare. And so when I am in my bedroom crying over an exam, or crying over, just the overall stress, when I am just completely, absolutely frustrated with all of the barriers that have been thrown in front of me. And it's inevitable. On your journey to medicine, there will be barriers. I sit and I think about my aunt, and I think about my grandmother, and I think about, how much different my life would be if they were still here. And I think about the hurt and the pain that I had to endure. And I think about not wanting anybody else to have to undergo that exact same hurt, especially when it's so preventable just by providing accessible health care. And so that's my why. That's what keeps me going, because my closest friends can tell you there have been several moments where, you look at things that I've overcome in my life and you're just like, why are you still fighting? Why are you still pushing? Not many people would undergo the things that I've undergone and still push to be a physician, and still push to accomplish their dreams rather than, find another route. And so it's inevitable that you're going to have barriers come up. It's inevitable that, it will be tough, and, life is going to kick you in the butt on your journey to medicine. But you have to know why in your heart of hearts. On the surface, yes, we all love to help people. We all love science, we love the human body. We have passions, for connecting what we learn in class to actual real life situations. But why, really and truly? What drives you? What fuels you? What makes you get up in the morning? What's going to make you get up in the morning when you get that call at 2 a.m. that your patient's in the emergency room or has to have emergency surgery, and rather than stay in your bed asleep, you get up and put on your scrubs and go to the hospital? You have to know what that driving force is. You have to identify it. And that takes time, and that takes reflection, and that takes self-awareness, right? It takes journaling. It takes really exploring what that conviction is deep in your heart to push you in this direction. Because it's not just because mom and dad want you to do it. It's not just because you want to help people. And it's definitely not just for the money. It has to be a self-fueling intrinsic factor somewhere that's pushing you on this journey. And so define your why. Figure out why you get up in the morning and go to class every day when you could just, do anything else. When you could literally do anything else in the world. You could go into education. You can go into anything that has far less training. You could pick up a trade if you wanted to, right? So you have to figure out what it is in the morning that pushes you through these years of undergraduate training, that pushes you through a potential post-bac if that's the route that you have to go, that pushes you through taking the MCAT multiple times if you have to, or undergoing multiple application cycles if you have to. You have to figure out why. Why are you doing this? And so I encourage each of you today, if you haven't already figured out your why, to sit down with yourself, whether it's just in your head, in your thoughts, whether it's in prayer with God, if you're religious, if, it is in a journal, whatever rocks your boat, just sit down and reflect and really ask yourself, why medicine? Why not any other career path? And remember that why when times get tough, because you can do it. If no one else has told you that, I'm telling you now, you can do it. You can be a doctor. You can be whatever you want to be. You have to remember your why, and you have to stick through those tough times, because trust me, as alone as you feel through those tough times, you absolutely are not alone. I've been through some of the toughest times. Erica has been through tough times. Everybody who I know in medical school and who is currently a physician has been through tough times, no matter their background, no matter if they're a first generation student, no matter if they're a minority, no matter if, they come from a wealthy family. Everybody has gone through tough times. Medical school is going to even the playing field, whether you think it will or not. And so the only way that everyone gets through those tough times is to remember why you're doing what you're doing. It is so easy to lay down and just roll with the punches, but it's tough to get up and fight the punches and to continue to push through. But that's exactly what you have to do to make your dreams a reality. And that's exactly what I'm urging you to do today. Don't give up on yourself. Never give up on yourself, no matter how tough the journey gets. Always, always, always remember why. Write it down on a sticky note, put it on your laptop, whatever you have to do to help you remember your why every single day. But let that be your source of motivation. I don't know what else I can say on that. I just kind of woke up with that on my heart this morning and went a little off script. But we'll talk more about this idea of remembering your why or finding your why at our MAPS conference in March. We'll also go over resilience in healthcare in February. We'll go over resilience in healthcare at our MAPS conference as well, because that's actually the theme of our MAPS conference. 2021 is all about knowing your why and being resilient and knowing that growth comes from resilience and resilience only. So yeah, or at least that's my theme. So I'm sharing that with you all. I guess that's all of our theme now. I don't know. But if you ever have any questions, if you ever need to talk to somebody, the MAPS committee is here. I'm here. All of our contact information is in this newsletter. So please reach out to us if you ever need anything. Know that you have allies on your side. Know that you can do it. Know that you got people rooting for you and pushing you towards the finish line. So if you need anything, we're here. I hope that, I've said something that resonates with at least one person. If that's the case, then I've done my job. Check out the rest of the videos in this newsletter for more inspiration and more motivation. Otherwise, we will see you in February. And thank you so much for tuning into our very first MAPS newsletter. Yeah, we love you and we appreciate all the support, and we hope that we are able to better support you all in the future. So that's all I got today. I'll see y'all next month. Bye, Region 3.